This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Well, boys and girls, we greatly appreciate the time today, with Mr. Brisco. And if you enjoyed this as much as I did, I feel like we should mention you're doing this on a pretty regular basis, telling these old stories, and you've got a tag team partner. Tell us about it.
Well, thank you, Billionaire Connie, for allowing me to tell this. You've been trying to take you've been throwing at Eric Bischoff. Well, what's Eric Bischoff got that Layfield and I don't have? I mean, besides probably 100,000 more followers. But we're getting there. But me and poor old John Layfield Bradshaw, or whatever the hell is JBL, we're starting a little road story with Brisco and Bradshaw. They're entertaining. We're not out to bury anybody. We tell our guests, hey man, if you want to shoot against somebody, I hate that word shoot interview. If I got to shoot with somebody, it's not verbal and it's not long distance. I'm going to shoot with them face to face. So we're not looking for dirt. We're not looking for hatred. All we're looking for is to entertain our few listeners that we have out there with entertaining legendary road stories that like Stan Hansen running over the damn AWA championship belt with a John Deere tractor. Hell, Grandma got run over by a tractor, but Vern's championship belt got run over by a John Deere, so they got that reindeer beat there. I got your beat ready. But we just tell funny stories and good old road stories, dressing room stories, and we've got a list of who's who on our YouTube channel. I mean, it's our Hall of Fame. And what makes this so good, we get our guests on there that we're not only fans of, and JBL and I, a lot of people think if you're in that business, you're not a fan, but we all have our favorites, and we're our fans. JBL and I come up in the old school system, and all of our guests we have on, not only are we friends with them, but we were fans of their work. And every one of them has a legendary story that needs to be told. And they're funny stories, and we try to tell them, and we try to leave our audience with a smile on their face and a good time. And we appreciate all the help that you've given us and all the exposure that you're giving us. But being there, Connie, JBL and I aren't afraid.
Well, man, I'm not afraid to hit the subscribe button. I'm glad you guys are doing what you're doing. Check it out. Brisco and Bradshaw, this stories is taking over, man. You can check it out on YouTube, and we'll, of course, link it in the description of this show. We greatly appreciate your time today, man. I don't know what I expected, but dude, that was quite a story, and a story from a version or an angle to the story we'd never heard. I don't think you've ever sort of spilled the beans like this in one sitting like this ever before.
Well, you're exactly right. And when one of your stooges, Stooge Dave Silva, called me, he's number one. He's the Pat Patterson of your stooges there, I think. He's not the Gerald Brisco because he's a Texan.
Right, of course. You would never be a Texan. I know that. Yeah.
When you guys called me and asked me if I wanted to do this, I said, man, this is going to be a special interview with Billionaire Con. It's something I can't screw up, and I've given a few Reader's Digest versions of the story, but you have allowed me and led me into some deeper parts of the story that I have not shared, and I appreciate that. But one thing, we're going to plug your little network too that you've been helping me out on. Since I'm an unemployed guy, you stepped up and gave me an opportunity with the great comedian Taylor Williamson to do Monday Mailbag, with Taylor, and we extremely enjoy it. I think we put smiles on faces because we tell some of these stories during the course of the Q&As, and then once again, your Steve Silva gets a little pissed at us because we spend too much time telling stories, not enough time answering the questions. But we get to the questions, but we add a little bit in between the questions there. So tell Silva to back off a little bit.
I'll do it. Check it out. Taylor Williamson, you know him from America's Got Talent, huge wrestling fan and a funny man himself. And he and Brisco hook up every other week over at adfreeshows.com and do Monday Mailbag, where you get to pick Jerry's brain and ask him anything you'd like. That happens over at adfreeshows.com. And right now, man, I just want to thank you for the time. This was outstanding, and I look forward to hearing more from you real soon. Thanks for the time today.
Real soon, Conrad. And thanks so much for allowing me to get it. You can't believe it. It's always a relief to kind of tell this story, just to take a little bit more of that weight from you, because it's just something that honestly I've carried with me, since 25 years. You're saying, wow. And, and each time I say it, it's a little bit lighter burden that I'm carrying there, but. As you asked, I do it all over again because I love this business. I love the wrestling business, the professional wrestling sports entertainment business, and the only way for it to grow and survive is to get these stories out there and let people know, that, man, it all don't go according to script, So keep watching and tune in to Conrad Billionaire Connie's Empire, and you'll be entertained. He's got a who's who guest every day on that thing. So thanks so much for allowing me to share my story.
Thanks for the time, man. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.